Texas House speakers say Republicans have the votes to ban trans kids from sports. Friday, Texas House Speaker Dave Phelan claimed that the Republicans have the votes to pass the Senate Bill No. 3, which would force transgender students to compete in school sports in alignment with their gender listed on their original birth certificates. He told the Texas Tribune that one co-sponsor of the legislation has close to 80 co-authors on the bill, representing more than half of lawmakers seated in the chambers. Earlier versions of the bill have failed to pass as House Democrats ran down the clock before the voting deadline or fled the state to stall the passage of it and voting suppression bills.
This is not going anywhere, is it? Why won't they leave the children alone? Leave the trans kids alone. There's so many other things to be messing with right now, or be preoccupied with than our children. They have enough going on.
I grew up playing sports. I grew up playing sports, and I played sports co-ed when I was little. I've played it through my adulthood, and sometimes, the male athletes are better than me, and sometimes they're not. But it doesn't mean that I can't compete with them or against them, just because I'm a female.
It's just the overall hate in Texas on every issue. This is just
Mississippi.
And Mississippi. Well, there's a couple of others, but Texas, takes a lot of the headlines.
Yeah.
Florida's no winner in any of this either.
Yes.
But just the fact that hate seems to be their general goal on everything, that's their agenda. Disenfranchising people and organizations and groups for being different and not male.
Faye's question. Why are they doing this? Why? Because they want to win elections.
Yeah.
And they think they can win elections on this issue, that they can marginalize hate and discrimination of an oppressed minority, and that their base will like that. And as a result, they will get out and vote for them. They'll spend money in advertising and marketing, and that's why they're doing it. We can win elections.
And not only but for these trans kids and everyone in the LGBTQ plus community, we need these safe spaces to express ourselves and to be creative, whether it's sports or art or music. We need these programs, and everyone should be allowed to participate no matter what.
On top of allowing trans kids to participate in sports, these sports programs need to make it a safe space for them, because who's to say that the teammates or even the coach, I can't imagine how hard it would be coming out as trans on a team where your teammates who are supposed to support you, don't even support you.
You know who's opposed to this, by the way? The American Medical Association. All of the doctors in the United States say this is not true. There is not a special advantage one way or the other for a trans community in youth sports, and it's not true, and they should have access to health care. You know who else says that this is not true? All of the major sporting organizations nationally and internationally, including the Olympic Committee. They all say, don't do this because this is not the right way to handle the issue, and it does not give unfair advantage. The worst part of this story is this House Speaker in Texas not only is supposedly fighting for what they think is right, they're also an 800-pound gorilla about it to crush trans youth. And the blaring flag that you hear is, by the way, we just wanted to tell you, even in just sponsorship of the bill, we have the majority of the Texas House. That is going a step farther than just this is what we want and believe in. We want it and believe in it so much that we're going to put our foot on your throat and push down. That's what they did.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.